A Chad Zumock clip.
Speaking of Karl, let's get into it. After a long hiatus of covering me, as you know, Karl for over a year was just dogging on me. He even said, and we showed the video, I was like, I took things a little too personal with Chad. I took it too far. And he kind of backed the fuck off, like Chrissy did, like Frank. They all backed off. Kumia, they all backed off. But now he's coming back around again because he smells the pylon. He smells it. And he's like, I want to do it. Now he's covering stuff that the potato's already done, Melton's already done. In typical Karl fashion, being late to the party, now he's back covering me. Can we get a Clearwater last minute for Kill Kevin and AC? That's going to require more money, which we don't have.
Fuck yeah.
But I'd love for him to join us. If Clearwater Chad wants to come, we're already at capacity. Oh, speaking of AC, we're very close to the 7-day mark where you can't refund, so that'll be great. So the people that are just refunding to be funny, we'll be at full capacity. And I just talked to the people in charge today, everyone involved. We have the whole Tennessee Beer Hall to ourselves. It's not open to the public. It's a private event because it's sold out. It's at capacity. They're opening up on Thursday of this week coming up. And they're doing soft open and they're doing something Friday, but Saturday belongs to us. So if you're just a patron and you're just going to show up, you're not going to get in unless you have a ticket. That's just the bottom line in a land. So we got the whole place to ourselves, which is going to be fun. So everyone there is going to be for the show. There's no like regular patrons. So that's good to know. We have it all to ourselves. So that's going to be fun. We all know his firm, who's a good contributor to the show. Super nice guy. Unfortunately going through some hardships right now. I brought it up, I think, last week, and some of you generously donated to his GoFundMe. And he's been a very good contributor, but he's fallen on some hard times. He's a disabled truck driver. I just tweeted out if you guys want to go help Fern him out. Happy birthday. He's a good man. Why you let Melton snipe you? Snipe him back at the end. Is he doing it again? Great. It's like so tired. It's so exhausted. It's just stupid. It's all right, whatever, dude. He knows when I go on. It's not. How about do a show? You can't. How about making it transformative?
Shut the fuck up. We're shutting it down.
2 weeks you give it. 2 weeks.
No, I'll give it 1 week until the 25th when you guys come back. Because
watch how big it is.
I won't do anything that you guys do.
Yes, you will.
Piazza's in Tampa. Looks like a lady boy. Is that a song too? Lady boy. Oh yeah, Chad. Your boy Chad also does gift a membership. Don't forget to get the like button. Don't forget to hit the like button. I'm a hack.
Become a
I'm
member.
friends with Jim Florentine. Hey, like and subscribe. And my channel get taken down. Because what could go wrong? I snipe stream everybody. What could go wrong? I'm an idiot. And then I beg for people to sign up for my... Hey, Borgo, can I clean your horse's stall if you sign up for my Patreon? I'm a hack. Bob Levy, shut the fuck up.
So, yeah, good job there, Mel. You're doing a good job over there. You're fucking doing it. You're clever. You're smart. There's a reason why you fucking phased out in comedy.
Bomb.
So anyways, guys, you saw the cover of the show. Karl's back at it again. And, of course, Karl can't go one-on-one. And I challenge you, Karl. I do challenge you, Karl, to do a show just by yourself and cover people. No security blanket, no Jetty Jingles, no Chris the producer, no talent like Pat Oates, no Adam Bush. Do it by yourself for 2 hours. You can't. You need backup at all times. Like Melton right now sniping me. You need the puppet. You need the potato. You're about the pylon. That's your MO. You're like Chrissy Mayer, pylon for profit. Where can I get another view? Where can I get another buck? That's how you play. You've always been that way. And that's what you do. That's what you do. But I challenge you to do one episode of WATP by yourself with no help. Covering people. Without people fake laughing at you. Without people agreeing with you. Because that's all your show is. That's all it is. None of these people are authentic. They lie. And I just continue to show them that they're lying. That's all I'm doing. And Karl is the first to tell you, he's a liar. He's a liar. He's a loser. He's a liar. Everyone's a liar and a loser to Karl. Everyone's a liar and a loser to Karl. But when it comes down to it, Karl's the loser. Karl's the liar. That's why he says everyone lies. And we're keeping track. We're keeping track of Karl's lies. We're starting now. We started yesterday, January 30th. Karl lied about saying, I do my show 3 hours every day. And you can go see the timestamps. They're an hour and a half plus, maybe 2 hours tops. And I pointed out in 2024, I did 4 3-hour shows. 2 of them were with Kevin Brennan because he was running late. Karl also said I only had 8 sound effects on my Rodecaster. And then I played them all yesterday. So those were 2 lies that we picked up on. Now we're going to watch another WATP clip and we're going to point out some more lies. This is going to be my fun game. Karl's lies. Karl's lies is the new game. And he can't deny it because we're just going to point out the lies. He always wants video receipts. We're going to show it in real time. If I had production and if I had graphics, I'd go ahead and do so now, but I don't. Hit the like button. It's happening. So let's enjoy this together. We're going to do a little WATP, except I don't have ball washers and people to agree with me.
He was not happy with us putting out a bonus show. He tweeted about it. Professional Weasel / backstabbing Karl at Who Are These Pod is coming back to me.
And I got to be honest, I purposely did this. I knew this. I set Karl up to see if he would come after me. Hook, line, and sinker. It worked.
Because he's losing Patreon members and his super chats are drying up. Teaming up with Pedo Melt isn't working.
Pedo Melt.
He had a whole thing on me today, Patreon only, and I would love to see it. Please DM the show.
Wait, he's coming back at me?
Well, right, he created a show called Kubi's Talks. We talked about it. The 221st episode. We've never talked about it before.
Right.
And I am.
Okay, this is where Adam's in the dark here. Adam's in the dark because he says, wait, he's coming back at me? And then Karl's like, wait, we never covered him. This is what I was talking about in the tweet. Karl, for a year straight, 1 year straight, nonstop, was covering me. And even self-admitted, he's way too personal. He was piling on with Steel Toe. Karl was in business with Steel Toe. He was in business with Chrissy Mayer. And they were all trying, like they're doing now, like Melton and all them. They're all trying to like join forces and bring me down. I've been through it. I've done it. Unfortunately, last time, I wasn't in a good place. I wasn't focused. I was drunk. That was a problem. But this time around, let's go. Do you think I want to hang out with any of you people? So this is what I was talking about, Adam. I brought receipts. This is just a little Google search in YouTube of Chad Zumock and Who Are These Podcasts. The sniper can't be sniped. I used to call myself the sniper when I was doing Kevin's show. Then sniping was gay. And of course, Melton still runs with it because he has no ideas. And this one right here with Kevin, when Kevin and I were fighting. Here's another one about losing the roast of Ray. Chad's a phony. Look at these. Chad desperate for attention. Chad's an idiot. This is all Karl coming after me. Hack. The potato makes Chad angry. Chad getting Rob Saul fired. Well, that was recent. The black lie. Like, it's just nonstop of coverage of me. Chad hits rock bottom. There's got to be at least 57 videos of Karl covering me. So that's what I was talking about there, Adam. And I'll get to your super chats in a second. So stay with me. I just got to point out the stuff.
One of the main things he talks about there, and then we review his show and he goes, oh, I guess Karl's failing. Like, wait, what?
And he says it right there, coming back at me implies you started it.
He did. Correct. He started this. And then yesterday on the show, when I went over his clip, I said he finally, after a year and a half, reviewed Kumia's cuts. So obviously they didn't see it or they're playing dumb. And I believe Adam Bush, if I'm not mistaken, was in the chat yesterday. And he left a super tip, or not a super tip, a super chat. And we'll talk about that. Why are you so worried what Adam thinks you Piazza? I like your name, Chrissy's Down syndrome baby, but I don't know. I'm not worried about what Adam thinks. I'm just pointing out things. You gotta curate this stuff.
Get it first, and he is retaliating. What the fuck? Where did this come from? I don't know.
It's ridiculous.
It makes perfect sense. Adam doesn't know. He doesn't know Karl covered me for a year and a half relentlessly. So you're off the hook. You don't know. And Karl's playing dumb. Karl's lying again. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna write that down for another Karl lie. He said he wasn't covered. This is the first time. I could say miscommunication, but I'm just gonna say another Karl lie. Karl never covered me. I drew first blood. And it was actually Chrissy who told Karl, Chrissy and Frank to tell Karl they need to pile on along with Anthony. This is how it all got started. We got to put this together, guys. The biggest liar next to Melton, his buddy, his partner.
Doing as well. And what does that do for you, Chad?
It's called controlling the narrative. He isolates two shitty replies, not all of them. And he just wants to point out, oh my God, Chad's a loser. Oh my God, he's an idiot. No, I'm just pointing out that you're desperate. And your numbers are down. And that's why you're doing what you're doing. You're piling on for profit. I continue to say so. I don't do that.
Wrong.
I never went into business with Steel Toe. From day one, I said, this guy's a douche. Even when he was trying to align himself with me, I'm like, I'm not interested. These guys are garbage. I could easily do that like you do. It's not authentic. It's not genuine. It's not coming from a good place. So I watch this and I see what you do. I know how you operate. I get it. I know what you're doing. So that's what I'm pointing out. Do I want you to fail? I care less. Do I tell people to unsubscribe? No. Go ahead. I don't care. I'm not a fan. It's very basic bitch shit. There's not a lot of originality to it. Anybody can do what I'm doing and what he does. Fucking Gearox is doing it right now. Fucking Gearox is playing clips and commenting.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Like 90 views.
Yes, that's $5. You need someone to DM it to you? It's $5 to get on our Patreon.
I don't want to sign up. I don't want to give you $1. I know I super chatted you that one day, and the only reason I did that is because you guys were saying I was lying that the Cape Coral sergeant didn't call me. Why is this not working?
The number you have reached has been disconnected.
Oh. So that was a troll. Because it's disconnected now. I got trolled. It wasn't an actual cop. I mean, I wanted it to be a cop. I really did. Everyone waved to Melton stealing Chad's show. He's very lazy, like his exercise, like everything he does is just lazy. Yeah, I mean, eventually a strike's going to get hit.
Bomb.
People are striking him right now. It is what it is. Okay, let's get back to this because I got a lot to get to.
Doom. But Chad Zumock does a thing where he puts the right context to things and he puts some overlays to explain what's funny about the things that are happening. And so they're organizing this event. And this is the whole Rob Saul thing where they're going to have this Kill Kevin event, a live podcast at Atlantic City. The night before the Super Bowl, everyone's going there to meet up. They're going to do a live show.
Thanks for the plug.
At this bar that holds 60 people.
Oh, by the way, Karl, you know who wants to come to this? Karl? You know who DM'd me begging to come to this event? I have it if you want to see it. If you don't believe me. Let me see if I can find it just so we can show receipts. Actually, I'll just email it because there's some other private stuff in here. Your brother and your sister-in-law.
And there's already problems. There's a lot of problems going on because it holds 60 people and they sold tickets for $20 a piece.
Yep.
So $1,200 is the ceiling.
Yep.
For what they can make on ticket sales.
Yep.
And that's not a lot of money.
No.
Considering the expenses that are involved.
How are we gonna make money now if I'm paying $600 for a room at the
Is that how much they went up?
There's a $200 fee, so no matter what I pay, it's gonna be a lot.
Holy shit.
So that's Buschetti's room, and there's no double beds were $1,200.
Wow. I don't know.
That's without the fee, so that'd be $1,500. So again, is Buschetti even gonna go? I mean, he likes to cancel.
No, even he's going. He's pumped. He won't stop talking about it. But
is
no,
he gonna-
don't fast forward this audio.
It's very distracting. I hate it. Just let it play. It's not like you're saving time on this. Just let the fucking audio play. We sound like fucking, it's so distracting. I hate watching it.
Brother, is him and brother gonna share a king bed?
Talking like Micro Machine guys to date myself. I don't think his brother's coming. I think he's just coming.
Okay, but how much are we paying Buschetti?
Well, I mean, I'll tell you off. I don't want to say it on the thing, but I'll do whatever you want to do. It's all you, man. I'll split it. I'll do anything. Sorry.
It's fucking expensive. Maybe we should charge more for the tickets.
I know.
So Chad is such a pussy and a pushover when it comes to Kevin Brennan. I'm sorry. Did I do it wrong? You can take all the money.
I never said I'm sorry. That never happened. Another lie. Karl, I'm sorry. Never. We can rewind it. I don't have time. Never once said I'm sorry. All right. Before we break this down, this is exactly how it played out, and I have all the timestamps. I wanted to do a live event, a live podcast. I wanted to do this last year before Kevin and I, a live MLC. And luckily, Kevin was open to the idea this time around. I said, I'll take care of it. I'll put it together. Live podcast. And we secured a venue, got a good deal. Now it's a private event. It's great. It's intimate. What? And the idea was just to get fans to come. Kevin originally didn't want to charge a dime. I have the clip. A penny. And I said, Kevin, we got to charge something for the equipment, possibly the venue, possibly a door guy. Kevin didn't want to charge anything. So I said, at least $10. We're not looking to grift. We're just looking to let it finance. We're not trying to pull a Melton and $250 for a VIP so you can meet Karl. Oh my God, it's Karl for $250. Oh my God, this is amazing. Anyways, long story short, that's just a side note because he's watching. So this was never like, let's make some money. It was just like, let's do something with the fans. Maybe pay for itself, maybe make a couple bucks, just a couple. So let me set that up before Karl goes into this. Oh my God, because I saw Melton do this. So let me do it. I'm last of the dance.
I apologize. I messed up. My bad.
Never said I apologize.
They're in panic mode right now. Wait, we got to pay. We asked Mike Buschetti to do it. We got to pay him. Kevin Brennan's like, I'm looking at hotel rooms. It's going to cost me hundreds of dollars for this.
Yep.
We have enough money. Now, I want to remind people that Chad wanted to make this show $10. And Kevin Brennan said, let's make it 20.
Kevin Brennan wanted to make it free. I said, can we at least make it 10? And then we agreed on 20. Another Karl lie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lies since yesterday. And that I can't go back in time. We're gonna do all the lies all year long. Chad said 10. Kevin said 20. That's another lie.
And the reason why Chad wanted to make it $10 is because A, he has no confidence that they're going to put on a good show. He doesn't want
another lie. Chad has no confidence. No, because I don't want to rip off the audience. I want to do something nice for the people, Karl. So another lie.
But also, it's because he was trying to say that Hackamania is overpriced. It's a grift. They're charging so much money for Hackamania. Yeah, Chad, I know you don't organize things ever because you're a loser.
I know you don't organize things ever because you're a loser. Again, this is Rob Salt comebacks. You're a loser. You're just a loser. You're just a loser. No, I don't organize events because I'm not a party planner. I'm not a faggot. Melton's a party planner. He's the guy who goes to the party station, gets the balloons. He's the organizer. That's what he does. He's not a comedian. He's a party planner. He's an event coordinator. I don't get off on that. I don't like it. It's not fun. I'll just do what the necessary things I got to do. I got to do what I got to do to get things done. That's what I do. It's not because I'm a loser, because I have better things to do besides book flights and go to the party store for balloons and call the chair place for chairs and tables. I don't want to do. I have other things to do. I have friends to meet up with. I have gigs to do. Okay? It's not because I'm a loser. Go ahead.
But there's a lot of overhead. You're learning about that just in Atlantic City.
No, what am I learning? There's no overhead. There's no overhead. I just wanted to pay for itself and make a few bucks on the side. We're not looking to book hotel rooms for people. We're not looking to fly people in. Go ahead.
That's why you went out to Vegas for 4 days. Very different. There's a lot of overhead here. A lot of expenses that are incurred.
Yeah, for a mailed-in show. For a show with very little talent on the roster. I mean, you're in Las Vegas with some of the best performers. You're trying to tell me in Melton's 22-year podcast career, he hasn't met anyone better than you. A performer? Because he has no relationships left. He can't book a good comic there. He has to rely on the WATP community to get people there. He has to rely on you and Dr. Steve to sell tickets. And even the Tukey, Rocco. He can't do it on his own. Melton can't do it on his own.
And Chad's like, $20? That seems like a lot. And now they got $1,200 to split up between Kevin and Mike Buschetti, who, what a talent. Smart getting him on the fucking show.
You know what it is, Karl? People like Buschetti. He's fun. He's a part of our little community, the WATP. They love him. We put up 3 polls. Who do you want to see there? Ray DeVito, Mike Buschetti, Bob Levy, or Kristen Carney? Everyone wanted to see Buschetti. He's beloved. He's a great guy. It's hilarious. But let's talk about talents. Like Melton, he didn't even do stand-up at his own gig, his own event where he's promoting he was doing stand-up. Let's talk about talents. Ray DeVito, flying him in. Pat Dixon, who missed his gig because he was all high on Adderall. Let's talk about tremendous talents. Huh? I'm sorry, Adam. Open your eyes, Mr. Bush.
Kevin Brennan. Did I say that already? Chad.
Probably.
I mean, Chad's got to fly up from Tampa. He's got to find a place to sleep. He's trying to get one of the listeners to get him a hotel room.
Another lie. Another lie from Karl saying, I'm trying to get a listener to get me a hotel. Wow, we're only how many minutes in? 4:52. Chad's trying to get a listener to get him a hotel. I got my own hotel and I pay for my own expenses to get up here. I flew myself. I said, I did ask one of the high rollers to get Buschetti a hotel. If anybody was interested, you don't have to. They did for Mike. And then I was going to pay him myself. Chad, listener, hotel. That's a lie. I don't know if we're going to get through this.
Room, the $1,200 is spent. Oh, yeah. And then some. And then they find out there's even more overhead.
$200 fee. So even if it was $200, I started by the $200 fee. So even if I got the room cheap, I didn't book the room in advance because I didn't want to jinx the Eagles. Also, it's like I don't really even know what's going on. How much we're paying John, the producer? It's like he's getting a big portion.
Okay. So neither of these retards know how to run a live show. They don't have a clue, and they want to be able to stream it and get super chats. So that's where this guy Blade, aka John, but I prefer Blade. That's his new cool name from Win by 2. He's like, guys, I can do this. I'll set it all up. He's going to bring all the equipment. He's going to get it all set up so they can do a live stream, kill Kevin, and have comics come up and perform, and Kevin's going to rag on them, and they're going to get super chats. But then there's this guy who's bringing all this equipment and producing it and making it all happen.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, we got to pay Kevin, Chad, Mike Buschetti, Blade.
Kevin says he doesn't want money. We do have to pay John from Win by 2 because he's bringing it all. He's the one who pitched it to me, and I thought it was great. He wants to do something. He's got all the equipment. He knows how to do it. He's been doing it, and yeah. So we got to pay a guy who's doing all the work. Makes sense to me. Makes a lot of sense to me.
Blade, and put everyone up in hotel rooms, and travel isn't.
No, travel's not involved. We're not putting people up in hotel rooms. It's a gig. It's a gig, not an event. It's a gig.
What could go wrong live streaming from a venue you've never been in before?
Right. Well, did Chad show
And that's where Adam doesn't know what's going on, and that's fine.
last year they did with Gino Piscotti. They did a stand-up show that was not streamed or broadcast, and Chad didn't bring anything, and they didn't have a proper PA system, and no one could hear the comics.
So, like, I gotta point this out. You gotta keep receipts. You gotta tell people how this really went. I was in touch with the old owner. We have a brand new owner. This guy's got his shit together. I said, all I need is security, a working PA system, a stool, lights, microphone, and a stage. No problem. No problem. I land in AC. Ken Mosca takes me there. There's a private event. We can't get in. Like this one's going to be. I said, how can they fuck this up? All I need is a microphone, PA, stool, lights, and stage. We come there. The mic's not plugged in. The mic doesn't have battery. It was horrible. It was a terrible show. Everyone there bombed, but everyone had a good time. So I just got to
Bomb.
So we come over, and I haven't seen Kevin Brennan in, 3.5 years? So Tony goes up, shakes Kevin's hand, shakes everybody's hand. I go up to Kevin, I go, hey, what's up, man? And I put out my hand, and he just looks at it. And he has no intention of shaking my hand, so I put my hand down. He's like, what are you doing here? I'm like, come on, dude, you know why I'm here. He's like, how'd your show go? And I go, it was a shit show. I gotta point that out. We gotta point it out, because Karl likes to twist it. Everyone likes to twist the thing and how it was, and I have to tell you how it really was. He's defending John now. First of all, John never said that. That never happened. He lied. Of course, Karl's like, oh, it's against Chad, so I'm going to go with it. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. If you really want to get realistic, nobody bombed harder, because Bill from Jersey is my witness, anybody that was there, than Keanu. I kind of got things going with a shitty PA mic, and then Gino just ran him away. But we didn't go over those videos, did we?
Like, what are you basing that on? What are you basing that? So this is good news. It means they're going to have to broadcast it. So I'm not normally a guy who snipes things.
I see where you're going with this.
But I remember DabbleCon 2, where Kevin Brennan was all excited about sniping our show.
Yeah, they are pot committed at this point.
Of course, of course. Now Karl's in the sniping business. I mean, I made it something with MLC when we were at odds. Then I got beaten to death. Ran over. Now Melton's doing it. He still calls me the sniper, so he can get a couple super chats and steal my content. Be sure to go strike his channel, please. Keep doing it. One of them will hit. I'm not going to do it, but I know people that are. Now Karl's in the sniping game, just like he was late to Silk City Hot Sauce, like he was late to covering his friend and coworker Steel Toe. He's in. Now Karl's gonna snipe. Of course Karl's gonna snipe. He's in because he's the last one to do it. He's the last one to do it. Of course.
It does.
He's going to claim that he's making fun of this, isn't he? I'm not doing it for real. I'm just making fun of it, but also accepting.
So Adam saw me say this yesterday. I know he did because that's exactly what I said. So Adam was watching the show yesterday. He super chatted. He's like, he's just gonna say he's making fun of this, right? So he saw me say that. So he wanted to act like he was one. Adam, he did that. Trust me. Now here's Karl.
The real money, please give.
And you can get away with that for a couple weeks, maybe, maybe a month. He's been doing this for a year.
It was
2
the
years now.
origins of it.
He was making fun of Aaron, and now he's just doing it as a bit.
It is a bit. It's a funny bit. It came out. It's so dumb and silly. People still like it because it's so retarded. It is a bit. Now we're gonna get into some other bits. I love this. I love it. I'm doing exactly what Karl did. This is my criticism of his criticism and calling him out for his bullshit.
That's
Remember when John learned from someone when he always make fun of Kevin for saying we're doing it, and somebody said, Kevin's mocking someone, and he was, I didn't know that. I won't do that again. Chad is doing it. This is not mocking. He's just doing.
Okay, this is where Adam again. I hope you're watching, Adam. This is where you're in the dark. Do you know where we're doing it? It came from. This is where it came from. About a year and a half ago, and Karl knows because he covered it. I was drunk out of my mind, and I did a stream. I was depressed, and I went live. And the only thing I could say was, "We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it."
Here we are, everybody. How are you? Welcome to Misery, or Mud Shark Loves Misery. Here we are. We're doing it. We're feeling good. Things are happening. People are pissed off. They're angry. They're pissed off. They're pointing fingers. They're mad. They're doing shows, but we're doing it. We're having fun. We're having a good time. My name is Chad Zumock. How are you? The Mud Shark. Mud Shark Loves Misery. How are you? Welcome. We are on 2 YouTube pages. We're doing it.
And everyone made fun of, we're doing it. We're doing it. And then Kevin started, and everyone started saying, we're doing it. So I said, lean into it. Lean into it. So now I say, we're doing it. It's more making fun of me. And I have shirts that I'll be selling at the event, stickers, everything you want. So where they saw it was from me.
The chat is short. And it's really starting to bother when people are pointing out how short he is.
Why the tippy toes with Joey C? You're 5'6", embrace it.
I'm 5'9". There's actually one ticket available. Again. It's literally, I'm 5'9". It's not even arguing. I mean, whatever you guys want to do to prove it, I'm fine with that.
Whatever you guys want to do to prove it.
So this is him with Joey C. You and I both met Joey C. Hung out with him a couple of times. This is what I like about Chad Zumock. He shows the photo. Chad's on his tippy toes. You can see right there.
Not that I have to explain this, but I'll go ahead and do it anyway. Because first of all, they did this last year, and I have 1 foot planted and 1 foot like up, and they're saying, first of all, I don't give a fuck. I'm 5'9.5". That's a fact check. And I put a photo on the thumbnail of me standing flat-footed with Converse on, right next to Anthony Cumia, who's supposed to be 5'10", according to, if you Google him, 5'10". And I'm, if not the same size, but taller than him. So I'm curious. I mean, where are we going with this? I mean, look, right there. He's standing right next to me. Yeah, if you Google Anthony Cumia height, it goes 5'10". Do it right now if you don't believe me. Opie's 6 foot. Norton's 5'7". I've stood next to Jim Norton many, many of times. I'm taller than him. But there I am, wearing Converse, right next to Anthony Cumia. So that's another fucking lie. Oh, no. All right, proceed, Karl. Let me write that down. Karl, hi, Chad. Another lie. That's all they got. All they got is lies. I come with the receipts.
Standing next to Joey C. He's always getting up on his tippy toes. He always has an excuse, too. Like over Florentine's, I was like, why does he make socks? And Jim's a tall guy.
It's true.
I swear to God, that was his excuse for that.
I swear to God, that was his excuse. Oh, my God. You mean the facts? The fact that Jim's 6'2", 6'3", and I'm in I'm in socks? The facts. God.
Also, his curtains fell down, so now the sun is glaring on his face.
This is how desperate they are for attention. All of a sudden, his curtains fell down and his sun's glaring in his face. That's where we're at for content. Oh my God, his curtains fell down so the sun's in his face. What an idiot. What a loser. What a loser. Actually, there's a curtain. And then I put I nailed another curtain above it so the sun doesn't come in. You're right. One of the nails came down and the sun's in my face. And then I went and fixed it. So the sun wasn't in my face. What a loser. What a loser. You got me. Roosevelt's like, got him? Got me. Got me.
It's fine, but to act like you're the mud shark and you go after everyone, you're the coolest fucking guy in the Tannelverse, and then you suck this bad at everything.
Else. He needs to kind of be the butt of the joke. And the times when he is good, I've actually seen them when he had John on and he just sat back and watched the arguments happening. He put his hand like that. That was very funny when he was in on the joke with Rico.
Like you got, and then I got this, and I feel like a dick, but it says, "Don't split this with John." It's like, I'm just thinking it's just insane. It's insane that people are sending me money and I'm sending you money. It's just everything's just crazy. Okay, I'm sorry.
If you beat me, you better send me some. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Wow! Are you kidding me? You're not going to give me a vig at least?
I mean, I appreciate everyone donating. I mean, you pretty much, I mean, 4,000 is a lot of money. I feel bad.
That's got to be the most you ever made ever.
And they were,
were they doing the Venmo stuff?
Yeah, he
that
got
was awesome.
it. And he was eager and he was anxious, but it all worked.
So that's why I'm the way I am. That's why I'm the mud shark. I'm the lone wolf. I'm the Rambo. I just don't give a fuck. I call out all this shit. I have successful friends. I'm a good collaborator. I'm a good co-host. I do that. I can work well with others, but I choose not to. When it comes to the Dabbleverse or the Shitverse, I don't want to hang out with anybody. I don't want to partner up with anybody. The people I partner up with can't help me. I don't want to hang out with Nick Ricada because he used to get $30,000 a month. How much did he get in super chat money? I don't want to go into business with him like Karl and Melton do. I don't. I think he's a creep. I think he's a loser. I think he's a felon. I think he's a terrible father and a terrible husband. I don't want to go into business with this fucking guy. I don't. Karl will stab you in back in 5 fucking seconds. We saw what she did to her godmother of her kid. I don't want to deal with these people, Adam. But proceed.
Kevin has been lost since Adam left his show. He needs a producer so badly. Kevin running the show on his own is dreadful. He's terrible at it.
Karl, I'm telling you right now, do a WATP by yourself. No producer for 2 hours. You can't. You need people agreeing with you. You need a producer. You need everything. I do this all myself. Why isn't Florentine at your non-sold out show? Hacka. Where did you hear that from, Rocco? Who said that? I'm curious. Did Pat for real skip Melton's gig due to Adderall? Yes, he got high as fuck and he skipped his gig last year and missed it because he was. Everybody that saw Pat last year said he was sweating, he was shaking. He's an Adderall junkie. That's why he missed it. He did. I'm not lying. Go look it up. Go look it up. Yeah, go look it up. Go ask around. All right, let's proceed. Hit the like button.
So let's get into me now. Let's talk about how I make shit up.
He literally just makes up shit, and then nobody ever challenges him because and that's the show. That's literally the show. If you do Karl's show, Karl talks, and then you have to agree with him.
Yeah, because you listen to a WH. Chad Zumock, I know you're not a fan of mine. Please, this is my constructive criticism. I'm not even trying to shit on you.
Just slow down the audio. There's no reason you had to speed it up. It's not. It's fine. We can watch it. It's just distracting as fuck.
They're always like, yes, correct. You're right. Correct.
Well, like I said, if they're not talking, you got to nod your head.
See, this is the thing. So now they're saying that I make things up. No, the reason why people nod their head is because we show the clip and we explain the take on it.
And we don't talk over each other, so it's...
Yeah, it's a safe environment. You surround yourself with ball washers. People that agree on everything. I've listened to all your clips. I've never heard you been challenged ever. It's just like, yeah, correct. Yeah, right. Right. And then you'll make a corny joke. And, oh my God, that's hilarious.
So someone comments that Chad's a less funny Opie. And this sets him off as well.
Chad is a less funny OP.
Oh my God, $2.
Is that good?
I don't know. You got me, dude. Skipper veteran, sign up with my locals. Come on, guys. Let's do it. We're doing it. I'll have these shirts. I'm gonna sell merch with Machete. Karl sold merch at his event. Huh? I said we're doing it shirts to sell. Like Karl he sells shirts at Hackamania. Okay, I can't wait to. Okay, I'm gonna let Karl talk, and then I'm gonna respond. This is the best way to do it. And stuff, and they were selling at DabbleCon.
I know, Adam. Where did that come from?
Yeah, it just pulling anyone around him. You don't need. You're selling a shirt. You don't need to pull past examples of people you know that have also sold a T-shirt. This is not a novel idea.
What Chad doesn't realize is that he's actually showing his insecurity.
Mm-hmm.
I'm showing my insecurity. Please go on, Karl, with your theory.
He wants to be us so badly. He's like, oh, Karl is a big patron. He makes a lot of money. This is all he does for a living, is doing the show. And then he goes on the road and plays these big shows that are well produced. And then there's a merch table and people are coming up and buying merch. And Chad's like, well, I want to be able to do that, all that.
Karl. Besides the Patreon, I don't have it anymore. It was a healthy Patreon. Paid a lot of bills. It's gone. Sterling John was behind it. Some other guy. Now you're saying, I want to be like WATP. I want to go on the road. I want to have a merch booth. I want to be just like you. Karl, I don't want to be like you at all. I have integrity. I have a code.
Wrong.
Being like you is using people. Being like you is seeing somebody with more views, more super chats, and getting in business with them. I don't want to be that person. I want to be genuine. I want to have an honest relationship with my audience. If it's less money, it's less money. But I can go to bed at night knowing, you know what? At least I'm honest. At least they believe me. At least they know I'm not going after it just for the view or for the money. So let's get that out of the way. Second of all, I want to be like you and go on the road and sell merch. Karl, I've been doing that for 21 fucking years. I've been doing that for 21 fucking years and change. Actually, 30 if you want to count my sketch group when we used to produce shows at Second City in Cleveland and the Black Box. I've been doing that longer than you've been doing it. How many times did you perform last year? How many events did you do? 4? 5 maybe? Maybe?
A few moments later.
5 paying gigs. On the road. On the road. I added up all my paying gigs, including on the road in Tampa, touring with Nick Swartzen in theaters, my one night with Daniel Tosh, gigs I did with Florentine, my own headlining dates, the Boca Black Box, stuff that I did with Brewer. This is 2024. I did 148 gigs. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. 148 to your 4. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. And I sold merch at every one of them. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Every one of them. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. And I've been doing it for 21 years selling merch. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Another Karl lie. Another Karl lie. I want to be like him and go on the road. I want to be like Karl. So since yesterday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lies, which is 2 clips.
That stuff. And he's saying it out loud.
To Kevin.
To Kevin.
The father.
And to everyone else. He's saying it out loud like, guys, look, I have a shirt and you can buy them because that's what Karl does, right?
Karl did it.
It's like, yeah, that's what everyone who has an audience in a show does.
This is such a lie. He's saying I sell merch because Karl does. I pointed that out on that clip because I knew Karl would be watching it. That's why I brought up Karl. It wasn't because I was jealous. I knew he was going to cover it. And he was going to point out, I knew if I said I was going to sell shirts, he's like, oh my God, he's selling merch. What a loser. So I said, Karl's doing it. So you fell into my trap, bitch.
They have merchandise at a merch table and they put on shows and people go there and they enjoy it. These are called real shows. The opposite of what you guys are trying to do in Atlantic City.
What we're trying to do in Atlantic City is an event, and it's going to be fun. And you're not invited. And your sister's not invited. And your brother's not invited. We don't want them there. They can go to your WATP repeat shows that you've been doing over and over, the same shit with the creep off. Oh, great show, by the way. It's going to be great. Karl, have you ever done sold out theater shows with car service and 5-star hotels? I have plenty of times. Plenty of times. Your self-produced shows, you drive home to your wood paneling basement. You got to get your own hotel where we have the booker taking care of that or the venue. So, yeah, you're lying.
Hackamania is a real show that'll be well attended and well produced. And
it's not well produced. We watched the video. You had a shitty 2-camera pay-per-view. Again, Melton mailed in his shit. Tukey shit bombed with his Dr. Steve thing. It was unwatchable. I mean, from my review, you had the best well-produced show. I'm telling you, Karl, you're going to need more losers to come after me. I'm John Rambo, bitch. Call in Moody, call in Adam Bush, your star power. I don't have a problem with Adam, but you're going to need all the help. Melton, come after me. You're going to need everybody. You can't do this on your own. You can't. You can't. Hackamania is a shit show, and you know you're ripping people off. You know it. You know you're ripping people off. I can sleep well at night knowing I'm not ripping off anyone in AC for $20. I know I was conscious enough to get them out of the Borgata and go to a beer hall where it's cheaper. And we could all do whatever the fuck we want. Now we have the whole venue to ourselves. No rules.
It's going to be not a train wreck. We don't have to rely on super chats in order to make sure that we can cover people's expenses.
Let me remind everyone, they had super tips last year at Hackamania.
There's not a lot of mystery involved in the Hackamania event, where there seems to be a lot of foreboding mystery here, a lot of unknown in this.
And again, Adam, that's the fun part of the show, is working it out on the air. It gets people excited. It generates excitement. What's going to happen? What's not going to happen? Your guys are saying it's going to be shit. Other people, we know what's going on behind the scenes. We just want the audience to be coming out of curiosity and how it's going to go down. It's called genius marketing. You should look into it. Because we know how Hackamania is going to go. We saw it last year. It's the exact same show.
AC event. Also, Chad, if you don't want to be compared to Opie or John, stop pointing to your shirt with words on it and lifting it up.
And there was a time when
Adam? Oh, Adam. The only one comparing me to those is Karl, and the Shirley Network doesn't do it. I'm cool with all those guys. I'm cool with Bob. Karl's the only one. You're getting brainwashed over there, kid.
tried his merch in the form of hot sauce, and when he found out that you were doing the same thing with the same company, he pulled out like a pussy.
He told
boy.
the guy off.
Yeah.
He was all upset that I had my own hot sauce.
And
I pulled out like a pussy. I pulled out like a fucking pussy. Chris, I have integrity. You don't. You guys are whores for the super chat. You're whores for the subscriber. When I heard Jeff Levine at Silk City Hot Sauce, shady dude, was in business with Karl, I go, I can't work with him. It's bad for my brand. It's bad for everything I do. I don't want to be in business with Karl. I don't want to be associated. I can't say silkcityhotsauce.com knowing Karl's a part of it. And knowing Karl was last to the game, knowing I was the first. But I have integrity. I told Jeff to go fuck himself if he's working with Karl. That guy was selling me sending me a case of hot sauce for free every month that I'd sell at shows for like $30 a bottle, make a fortune. He was a $100 sponsor, and I told him to go fuck himself. Would Karl ever do that? No, because he's a whore. I'm not.
It's Karl's doing it.
Yeah, I know. Like, which one is it? And I actually have an example of that coming up, where Chad's another one of these guys, just like Aaron Imholt, who lives in the now. So if he doesn't like you,
I like how I'm the example now, Aaron Imholt. I mean, coming from the guy that partnered up with this guy. Karl's the guy who worked with Steel Toe. He's the guy who went on his show. I said, I'm not going on that guy's show. He stinks. And he had Karl. He went on Karl's show, and he went to Content House, and he was coming to DabbleCon. And they were making fun of me. You're the one without integrity. So now you're comparing me to this guy.
that he doesn't know what he's saying. He doesn't really have thoughts in his head.
He doesn't know what he's saying. He really doesn't have thoughts in his head. It's amazing, his perception on what's really happening and what's really going on and how you can twist it into whatever narrative you want. It's a skill set. I mean, you really, if anyone's like Aaron Imholt, it's you. It's you.
His audience and make shit up. Chad Zumock has zero credibility. Kevin Brennan. And so I don't understand why anyone, I mean, you can be entertained by them and you can watch the show. And I would never tell.
We just pointed out for the last hour and a half credibility, integrity, and lying. I wrote down every single one of your lies, Karl, in real time. In real time, I have them right here. So if you want to talk integrity, now you can gaslight your audience and you're going to have ball washers like Melton that will believe you to the end of time because they don't want to believe anything. There's people that believe that O.J. Simpson didn't kill his wife. That's a fact. There's people that believe Deshaun Watson wasn't getting inappropriate massages. There's people that believe all kinds of shit. I get it. And you got to do it. But we just pointed out everything you lied about. And with receipts.
Anyone not to watch their show and not to super chat them and do whatever you enjoy. But never once would I hear something that Chad said and then go, yeah, he's probably right.
I'm going to make some changes based on that.
He just doesn't have a track record to justify that.
Where is your track? I'm looking at your track record of lies, Karl.
I might have heard it on your show yesterday. He said that he used to book at the Backstage Cafe in Beverly Hills.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. So this really was Adam Bush that super chatted me. Okay, so let me him set this up, and then we'll get into it.
I used to play there weekly.
Okay.
And it was only around for a very short time. So I am almost positive that we've had interactions together.
If he was the booker.
Karl wants to go straight at me and call me a liar. He's locked and loaded to call me a liar right now. He wants to call me a liar. It never happened. I never booked anything. I didn't go to he was never at the Backstage Cafe. And just watch.
He was the booker because that's the club's owned by Miles Copeland, who managed the Police and still manages Sting, Stuart Copeland's brother. So it was like a hard rock cafe, kind of just small little place that a lot of musicians hung out at. We had the They Might Be Giants after party there when we opened for them in LA.
Okay, what Adam's saying is true. Where I fucked up yesterday explaining this, I said Ian Copeland owned it. It was Miles Copeland, his brother, and their brothers were Stuart Copeland from the Police. I ran a room there for a year and a half. I wasn't the booker of the back. I ran a comedy show on Sundays called we call it Comedy Sunday Mass, and then it was so successful we would do Monday. So we do comedy Sunday nights, and then we do comedy Monday night or Sunday night or Monday night. Sorry, I'm talking all over the place. He must be on drugs, right, Nick Ricada? So, it was like an open mic. And there was and if Adam's watching, he knows what I'm talking about. I was a bartender at RJ's. It was a rib joint on Beverly Hills. And everyone there was a comic. They were all Canadian comics. So I was looking to do a place to do stand-up. I was my second year doing stand-up. I was like, I need a room. Everyone had a room. So I found that place. I forgot who ran it at the time. And we set it up. And we started calling in all our favors. We call it. I remember Craig Robinson, who was on The Office, Hot Tub Time Machine. He was there every week. And we would get comics there. And it started building and growing. And I most certainly...
A few moments later.
But the reason why I said Ian Copeland is because I think it was in 2006, Ian Copeland died. and they had like his after party funeral calling hours there, and it was the day we were doing comedy. So all these music industry people were there. I think Stuart Copeland was there, and we still had a comedy show, and it was packed. And they said, yeah, do the comedy show. We just had a funeral, so do the comedy show. So we were all like, holy shit. Luckily, I don't know if he was there, Adam, but at the time, Dane Cook just happened to show up. This is when Dane Cook was MySpace Dane, blowing the fuck up all over Comedy Central, Vicious Circle. You know, you could hate Dane Cook all you want, but he was huge. He showed up, fucking killed. It was great. I met Stuart Copeland, everybody. Anyways, long story short, I was never the booker of the backstage. I booked the comedy show. So Karl wants to call me a liar. I just want to set the record straight. I never said I booked the backstage cafe. I was never a booker. I mean, I booked comedy because I wanted to be a comedian. And then I'd book comics to exchange stage time. It was great.
I tested for Kevin Brennan's pilot.
Neil's into my pencils again. I'm down to my last 3 boxes. I've never even seen him write. What does he do with them?
Kevin?
Unbelievable! That was going to be my Friday orange.
Playing Neil Brennan.
Holy shit.
That's crazy.
That's amazing.
Which means, A, I didn't get the part.
Right. I've seen the pilot. You were not in it, but
it means both of us have spent a lot of time together. And I remember being in an elevator with him after the test and writing down. And I remember feeling like neither of us got the part. Like it was Kevin's show, and he was just so
Right.
dejected that I felt like, boy, I guess this didn't go well.
Karl's back into the Chad business after a 1.5-year hiatus. Again, it's a pylon. It's another pylon, and I've been through it. Because, you know, everybody wants to fit in, and they want to be with, quote-unquote, who they think the popular guy is, and they're just not. And that's how this whole show came together, is calling these fuckers out for their nonsense and their pylons. And it's just not authentic. It's not coming from a genuine place. Now, listen, I'm almost 2 hours in. I do an 1.5-hour show. I could keep going. I got letters. I got drunk phone calls. I got hype trains. And I know if I do a hype train, everyone's going to jump on. But again, I'm not the grifter. They're the grifters. I have integrity. I don't need every single fucking dollar like these guys do. And I prove it each and every time. That's why I mail out shirts to the biggest super chatters. I mailed out a bunch of them today to the $20 or more donors. I heard that fuck's in the chat talking shit about me. Xerox. Again, no one promotes that fucking guy. I do. And all he does is talk shit. At the beginning of my show, I said, it's Furnham's birthday today, and he's in a horrible position right now. He's a truck driver who's disabled. He used to donate a lot to the show. So I said, don't worry about the super chats today with me. Go donate to Vernum. It's his birthday. And since I put this up, I tweeted it out. He's raised $300. $100 the first time I promoted, now $300. And he's in a bad shape, and he's a great guy. Everyone seems to like him, and it's his birthday. I said at the beginning of the show, go donate to him. I tweeted it out. Now, would Karl do that? Would Steel Toe do that? Would Melton do that? No. They would shake you down for every fucking penny. That's not how I do it. I come correct. My audience trusts me. I trust my audience.
Bomb.
You know what's hilarious? I lie about people's professions, and it becomes a problem. Like I told everyone Bill from Jersey was an ex-cop, and these people actually literally looked up Bill from Jersey's job. And they're like, Bill from Jersey's been lying the whole time. I'm like, no. I've been lying. I'm the guy who's lying, not them. You fucking idiots. You literally go look up at Super Chatter's jobs. And you try to out them because I'm being a fucking idiot. You guys are dumb. A lot of you guys are dumb. Because at the end of the day, do you need every fucking penny? And granted, it's a crowdfunding show. I do need money to keep it going and want to do it. Trust me, I don't want to cover these people, but I like to call out their bullshit. Burgo says, I'll only donate if he was the trucker that hit Ray. I'm putting this one up for free. That's funny. That's a good joke. Anyways, keep donating to Fernum. He's a good guy. Again, he's a big part of the community, and he's been a good donor. And I don't want to keep going. What did you learn today, guys? What did I learn? I learned Karl's full of shit. But what did you learn? KB didn't learn a thing. We learned drinking with Xerox tonight at 7. We learned the slows will never learn. I learned that Shaquille, I'm 5'10" now. If Anthony's 5'10", I'm 5'10". I always thought I was 5'9.5", but it turns out I'm 5'10". Go look at the photo. I learned Chad wants me to slow him down in the clips because his brain can't keep up. It's just too fast. It's distracting. It's like we're talking like micro machine guys. Just slow it down. Let it play out. I learned. I've been lying. I'm the guy who's lying, not them. You fucking idiots.
Got him.
Chad Zumock's very creative that way.
Follow at Chad Zumock on X. Yes. Follow Chad Zumock